Hello, everyone. First, I want to thank everyone for subscribing and for being a part of this channel, even though I've kind of like let it set and go fallow for a tremendous amount of time. 2020 has been a life-changing year for everyone. I mean, not just here, but everywhere on the planet, pretty much. And a lot of that change and a lot of that outcome has been bad. It's been very negative. I can't tell you how many people that I've spoken to that are in the technical arena that have been laid off, let go, put on indefinite leave. And, with the lockdown, it's made it extremely difficult for people to get out and move and, even try to introduce themselves to new organizations. And what that's translated to is that there are a ton of really brilliant, motivated people out there that have really just had the legs pulled out from under them by this, well, by 2020, by COVID, by governments and circumstances that are light years out of our control. And I've been teaching a lot of workshops, and as a part of those workshops, I've been meeting people, and we're outside of a formal classroom environment. And I've really been getting to know a lot of people, and like I said, a lot of these people are brilliant and motivated and working, and they just can't seem to catch a break. And part of the problem is a lot of these people are involved and have been involved in tech for years. I mean, people, as old as or older than me. I'm 53. And they're having major issues getting new opportunities. And one of the major issues is the fact that they're not up on the most current configurations. They're not up on the most current technology. I mean, I know guys who have been, working BGP, for a decade or more in service provider environments that are now, looking for work. And when they go and they get on an online interview, they spark up Zoom, and the next thing they know they're getting asked questions about cloud native environments, automation, software defined, insert name here, LAN, WAN, all of these things, and they're finding that they're very ill-equipped to be able to deal with these interviews. But it doesn't change the fact that they've got, a lifetime of experience working with technologies that are still relevant and germane, even if you are working in a software-defined or you're working in, say, for instance, a policy or intent-based environment. But the problem is they're not really getting the chance to get their foot in the door. And this was kind of like a wake-up call for me, because several years ago when I started this channel, the idea was to try to get as much information out as possible so that as many people as possible could benefit from what I've learned, because God knows I've actually learned so much from other people that I can't say that where I am in my professional and personal life right now, which I personally feel is a good place, I can't say that it was all me. I can't say that it was a 100% effort on my part. Yes, I did the heavy lifting, but there were a lot of people out there that took the time to motivate me, to kick me in the ass, if you'll excuse the expression, when I needed it, as well as to give me the tools that I needed in order to be able to take my motivation and make that something that I could actually make tangible or real. In fact, when I first started this channel, I was telling myself in the back of my own mind that this was going to be a train the world style situation. And I got derailed. I got focused on, teaching formal curriculum, creating courses that are going to be involved around, my specific areas of expertise or data center and enterprise infrastructure, what we used to call route switch. And more importantly, and probably more significantly, the software to combine components of those. So I kind of got caught up in the new stuff, and I really have made the realization, as a result of workshops and getting to meet and talk to people and hear their stories, made the realization that that was really a categoric mistake on my part. I mean, and it was just, I shouldn't have done it. I mean, obviously, everybody needs to make a living. Everybody needs to have an income. Everybody needs to, pay their mortgage, buy food, take care of their families. But my focus was on a little bit more than that. My focus was a little bit more egocentric than I'm really comfortable in admitting on camera, but it needs to be said because I think sometimes in our lives, almost all of us, go there. Now, the reason I'm doing this is, I mean, we're right at the cusp of the new year. 2020 is almost behind us. 2021, we don't know what it's going to bring, but rather than sit back and constantly lament how bad 2020 has been, I personally want to try to make 2021 better for myself, for my family, and for you. And as a result of that, what I'm doing is I'm actually trying to get back into the one tool that I have that anybody that can get an internet connection can use or look at to learn, and that's going to be this YouTube channel. My focus isn't millions of views. My focus isn't monetization. My focus isn't ads or anything along those lines. My motivation is what my motivation was when I first started this channel. And that was to put out good, solid content that might not be the most beautiful in the world, that might not be the most detailed, but it will be technically accurate and it will be informative and something that you guys can use for certification, for professional improvement, or at least to become conversant in a technology that you may not know a huge amount about, but could come up in a job interview, especially or working with other people that are in the industry. It hopefully will put you in a position to be able to learn more from them. So the whole goal here is to try to get a critical mass built up of content. Now, I have hours and hours and hours of content. Some of it's 2 years old, some of it's a year old, some of it's 3 months old. And what I'm doing is I'm in the process of retooling that and I'm placing it on my channel. Now, that means I'm covering a lot of ground. I'm covering everything from legacy routing protocols that would be part of what we call the traditional route switch infrastructure or part of enterprise infrastructure now, all the way out to SD-WAN, SDA, DNAC, and those things. And if you don't recognize any of those, stick around. I'm going to walk you guys through all of them. But the main goal here is to try to get as much information out there as possible. Now, what I'm alluding to is that means I'm going to be putting a lot of effort in a lot of different topics. And I need your help. I need you guys. I'm not looking for subscriptions, all of that stuff. I mean, if you want to subscribe. You're perfectly welcome. I'd love for you to subscribe, but it's not the main thing. What I really need you guys to do is if I make a video and you like the video, let me know that you like it. Give me a thumbs up. I mean, that's all I'm asking for. And the reason I'm asking for that is that if I'm working on 5 different topic domains and people are watching 1 or 2 of them, the likes let me know whether or not those videos are of interest. And obviously what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lion's share of my effort into the videos that are going to be things that you guys are going to be wanting to learn or wanting to see. So, I mean, that's my only ask, if you'll excuse the expression, of you guys moving forward. Because really and truly, what I want to do is I want to see if I can't make a difference for more people than just the handful of people that I get to work with on a day-to-day basis. Right now, we're building up workshops. I plan on doing some lives here, as far as on YouTube. It would be really, really nice to maybe have like a question and answer kind of session, or for you guys that are studying, whether it's data center, whether it's enterprise infrastructure, every once in a while, it's really nice to just have somebody to use as a sounding board and try to keep everyone motivated. And that motivation not only comes from me to you, but it's going to come from you to me, because your interest, your likes are going to help me stay motivated to try to put up new video, take some of the old video and retool it when and where I can. And, my motto is that I'm going to continue to do it even though it's not perfect. I've spent quite a bit of my own time and resources and money beefing up the studio, trying to improve the quality of the material that I'm creating. And I'm still vacillating back and forth between, do I want to use the light board for everything, or do I want to have video lectures? Am I going to spark up the green screen? These are all things that I'm asking myself, and I'm going to be experimenting with moving forward. But my thing is I wanted to come on here and apologize for being gone so long and not really giving the channel my focus. And I wanted to promise you guys that that's going to change. And at the same time, I also wanted to say thank you for being subscribed and being members. And above all, I want to wish everybody a wonderful, happy, productive personal and professional 2021 as the new year is rapidly approaching. So let's do everything that we can to try to help everyone recover and try to make and give everyone the tools that they need to improve their lives moving forward. I cannot tell you, I cannot overemphasize how important one positive thing from one person can be to someone who's down. I mean, I've been there. I've rebuilt my life. Fortunately, I'm not in a position in 2020 to have to do that, but I do sympathize with those of you that are. And I'm going to be here. You know how to get me. You can reach me on this channel. I'm going to be more active on the channel, and I'm going to be more responsive to your guys' input. So moving forward, let's see what we can do as far as making 2021 an initiative, and that initiative is going to be to make 2021 the year that 2020 should have been. I'm Terry Vinson, and I'd really like to thank you for your time, and again, Happy New Year.